Bishop, California.
City Park. The park is a combination of areas including a community garden, an arboretum, a pond, two gazebos, and a dog park. Also, 4 baseball fields, 2 children's play structures, 4 tennis courts, a public pool, an outdoor fitness center, and a bocce court. The city of Bishop in Inyo County, California was named for one of the first white settlers in the area, Samuel A. Bishop. Inyo County contains both the highest and lowest points in the contiguous United States. Mt. Whitney, 14,496 feet above sea level, and Badwater in Death Valley, 282 feet below sea level, a difference of nearly 15,000 feet. The Inyo in Inyo County is commonly believed to be a Paiute word meaning dwelling place of the Great Spirit. Some scholars are now convinced that it is a mistranslation of the word Indio, Spanish for Indian.
Writing with one hand.
It is possible that the Paiute were trying to explain to the earliest English-speaking settlers in the Owens Valley that this was their land by using a form of Indio they had learned from other Indian tribes. Thus, Inyo may actually mean Indian land. Years ago in this broad and beautiful valley, now called the Owens Valley, bordered by the Sierra Nevada mountains to the west and the White and Inyo Ranges on the east, lived a people who were observant, resourceful, and practical. They lived from what the land could provide. All of their needs, food, clothing, housing, medicine, arts, and entertainment, were satisfied by their efforts at hunting and gathering. In all seasons, the land gave up to them what they needed. Today, these people are known by the names given by scholars to their languages, Paiute and Shoshone. They now reside on 4 reservations in the Owens Valley. The southernmost is the Lone Pine Indian Reservation. Northward is Fort Independence Reservation and Big Pine Indian Reservation. The largest and northernmost is the Bishop Indian Reservation. The first white American explorers in the Owens Valley of Eastern California included the famous mountain man Jedediah Smith in 1826 and Joseph Walker in 1834. This remote area of California had never been explored by the Spanish, and even though it was shown as Mexican territory on early maps, the eastern Sierra region remained unvisited by them. Walker Lake in western Nevada, the Walker River on the California-Nevada border, and Walker Pass in the southern Sierra were named for their discoverer, Joseph Walker. The most renowned early explorer to visit the area was John C. Fremont. He was the first Republican candidate to run for President of the United States in 1856, and later a famous Union Civil War general. Fremont lost a cannon that he had brought along in case of Indian attacks somewhere near present-day Bridgeport, California, about 80 miles north of Bishop. Perhaps someone will stumble across the rusty old cannon someday. The city of Bishop came into being due to the need for beef in a booming mining camp some 80 miles to the north, Aurora, Nevada. In 1861, cattlemen drove herds of cattle some 300 miles from the great San Joaquin Valley of California through the southern Sierra at Walker Pass, up the Owens Valley, and then through Adobe Meadows to Aurora. Along the way, some cattlemen noticed that the unsettled northern Owens Valley was perfect for raising livestock. To avoid the long journey from the other side of the mountains, a few of them decided to settle in the valley. Samuel Bishop set up a market to sell beef to the miners and business owners in Aurora. One of the residents of Aurora at that time was a young Samuel Clemens, who later gained fame as author Mark Twain. In 1871, Daniel Braun was one of 41 wranglers herding some 3,000 wild Spanish Mustangs from Stockton, California to Texas. Their travels took them over the High Sierra and into the remote Owens Valley, where they lost over 500 head of horses. The descendants of those Mustangs still roam wild on the California-Nevada border just north of Bishop. Though the town continues to prosper, the only reminder of Samuel Bishop's ranch today is a monument placed near the original site at the corner of Highway 168 West and Red Hill Road, 2 miles west of downtown Bishop. Between 1905 and 1907, most of the land in the Owens Valley was purchased from farmers and ranchers at bargain prices by William Mulholland, superintendent of the water department for the city of Los Angeles. Their real goal was to send Owens Valley water south to Los Angeles by the time the now famous Los Angeles Aqueduct was completed in 1913. It was too late for Valley residents to take any action. The city of Los Angeles receives 70% of its water from the Owens Valley and the eastern High Sierra. With the diversion of water to Los Angeles, the Owens Lake and Lower Owens River dried up, and many Valley residents were forced to pack up and leave the area forever. The Owens Valley City of Los Angeles conflict was the inspiration of the 1974 film Chinatown, starring Jack Nicholson. A number of Western films were shot in Bishop, including movies starring John Wayne, Charlton Heston, and Joel McCrea. The population of the city was 3,879 at the 2010 census. More than 14,500 people live in a compact area. That includes Bishop, West Bishop, Dixon Lane, Meadow Creek, and the Bishop Paiute Reservation. It is by far the largest settlement in Inyo County, and definitely worth a visit. Bishop is world famous for its scenery, hiking, fishing, climbing, hunting, bakeries, and for its mules. Every Memorial Day, Bishop hosts Mule Days, complete with the world's largest non-motorized parade down Main Street. Out of all our favorite things to do in Bishop, California was visiting the skate park, enjoying some BBQ at Holy Smoke Texas-style BBQ, and of course, the famous Eric Schatz Bakery.
See you on the next adventure.